Hi there, welcome to Yoga Nomad. My name is Karen and this is for all you fellow menopausal darlings out there that just need a session to try and soothe those symptoms as much as we can. Alright, so we're going to start by sitting ourselves up nice and tall. And we're just going to find our breath first of all. So trying just to calm everything down. So sit up as tall as you can, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Resting the hands on the knees. Try and keep that face relaxed, so making sure you're not clenching into that jaw. So separate the teeth. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Just let that base soften. Maybe close the eyes. Notice how you feel. Physically, how does the body feel? Noticing any aches and pains, any soreness, any tension anywhere. And then notice how that head feels. What's going on in your head today? And if it's absolute madness in there, let's see if we can calm it all down. So closing down the mouth. And let's just take a couple of long, slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Let's just do one more. Nice, bringing that breathing back to normal. And if the eyes are closed, blinking open those eyes. And then let's just take a little release into the neck. So again, pulling those shoulders down away from the ears and let the head just drop to one side. Find a big breath here too, noticing any tension in this neck, a place where you can hold a lot of tension. Nice, now roll the chin all the way down to the chest. Take the head over to the other side, making sure you're still sitting up tall and you've not drawn those shoulders up. Nice big breaths. Nice, and rolling the chin all the way down into the chest again. Tuck it right in. Take a big deep breath. Nice, and lifting that head back up to normal. Take a big breath in as you reach those arms up high. And as you exhale, we're going to fold to the side. So plant the hand down and reach over with this top arm. Make sure you keep both bum cheeks down on the ground, finding that stretch all in the side body. Nice, inhale, come all the way up. And exhaling as you go over to the other side, again, keeping both of those bum cheeks connected to the ground. Take a big breath. Nice, and reach all the way up. Big breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to twist to the side, opposite hand to knee. Fingertips come behind. Inhale as you sit up as tall as you can. And on the exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more, twisting at the torso, not the neck. Nice, inhaling to the center, reaching all the way up. And then exhaling to the other side. Inhale as you sit up tall. And exhale, maybe you can twist a millimeter more. Nice. Inhaling to the center, reach up. And then exhale as you fold all the way down. Let the head just relax. Take a big deep breath. Nice, and then let's find all fours. So coming onto those hands and knees, everything in line, wrists under shoulders, knees are hip distance apart. And we're just going to take that cat-cow flow, so getting into that spine a little bit. So dropping the belly, lifting the head, tailbone tucks up, take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to round the back, tuck the chin into the chest and push the mat away as much as you can. And again, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale back. One more time, inhale up. And exhale back. Nice, bringing that spine back to neutral here. Lift up the feet and just take some circles with the ankles here. And then change direction, send them the other way, noticing if there's any clicks going on in those ankles. Nice, and then plant those feet back on the ground, and we're going to try and find a little stretch into the tops of the feet. So if you can, start to lift up the knees a little bit and notice what's happening in the top of those feet. And maybe you can start to straighten the legs out a little bit more, lower. Just see what your feet will allow. Take a nice big breath. And one more if you can. And then lowering down. Nice. Now we're going to get into those wrists. So bringing the wrists together. Fingertips facing the edge of your mat. And then we're just going to rock from side to side here. Just to see what's happening in those wrists. Notice what that feels like. Nice, and then just sitting back onto those heels, and we're just going to take some circles with these wrists all the way around. And then change direction. And then just shake them out. Nice, okay, let's find our first down dog. Spreading the fingers wide. Tuck your toes, hips are going up and back. So remember, legs don't have to be straight. So you can keep a little bend in the knee if you wish. But what does have to happen is that back needs to be nice and straight. Also making sure you're gripping the mat with those fingertips. So the more you get those fingertips working, the more protection your wrists will have and the less pressure will be just dumped into the wrist area. So take a big breath here. Notice what's happening in the back of those legs. Letting your head just relax. Let your face relax. And then let's bend those knees, looking to the top of your mat, and start to walk your feet all the way to those hands. We're going to find that forward fold here. So bend your knees as much as you need to get your chest on the thighs. Let the head just relax down. No pressure in the head or the neck. Relax the face. Take a breath. Nice, now we're going to lift up halfway. This is where the legs are straight and the back is straight too. Now, maybe the fingertips are on the ground, maybe they're on the shins, maybe they're on the thighs, whatever works best for you, but try and keep the legs as straight as you can and keep that back as straight as you can too. Take a nice big deep breath. Nice, and we're going to step back with our left leg. We're going to find our runner's lunge. So in this lunge position, make sure this knee and ankle are in line. You're on the toes of that back foot. That back leg is nice and straight. Heading into warrior two. So anchoring that back foot down and bring these arms all the way up and open. Sinking into this front knee, remember to turn out this knee. Find that stretch on your inner thigh. Take a nice big breath. And then let's reverse this. This left hand drops down the back leg. This right arm reaches over. Keep that nice deep lunge in that front knee. Find your breath. Find that stretch all down that side body. Nice. Head back to warrior two. Arms out. And then turn the torso to the front. Keep everything else nice and still. Find your warrior one. Nice. Take a big breath. And taking the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together, maybe nudging those shoulder blades together a bit and pull the hands down. See if you can stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulders. Take a big breath. Nice. Release the hands all the way back down to the ground to find that runner's lunge again. And then step back to find your downward facing dog. Nice. Let's do all that on the other side. So bend the knees, look into the top of your mat, step all the way to the top, finding that forward fold again, bending those knees, chest on the thighs, head relaxes down. Inhale to find that halfway lift. Remember, legs straight and fingertips either to the ground, or to the shins, or to those thighs. Your choice. Nice. Finding runner's lunge. This time, step back with that right leg. Check that front knee and ankle are in line. Nice big breath. And then let's find our warrior two. Anchor that back foot down, come all the way up, open up those arms. Gaze across the middle finger of that front hand, keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And then reverse it, right hand down the back leg, left arm reaches. Nice, finding warrior one. Turn to face the front. Arms come up high. Take a breath. And remember in your warrior one though, you need to find that sensation of drawing this back hip around, so this right hip pulls around. If that's not happening, it may feel better just to step that back foot a little bit wider. Remember, it's about how you feel. So if that feels better, always do that. Always adjust those feet as you need to. Hands come behind, clasp the hands together, nudging those shoulder blades together and pull the hands down, opening up across the chest again. Big deep breath. Nice, then release the hands, come all the way back down, finding that runner's lunge, come onto that back tiptoe and step back to find your downward facing dog. Nice. Paddle out those feet here, so lift up one heel, then the other, maybe dip one hip, and then the other. Nice. Hold it still, big breath. And bend your knees, looking again to the top and make your way all the way to the top of your mat. Bring the feet together, and we're going to find chair pose. So bending into those knees, sweep the arms low and then bring them high. Check here in your chair pose that you can see all your toes. If you can't, that bottom needs to go back a little bit. Take a big breath here. Then bring the palms together, draw them to heart center. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to twist to the right. So you're going to hook this left elbow on the outside of this right knee. Now try and keep your spine nice and long. Keep the legs strong. You're going to find that energetic lock between the legs and the arm. So you're pushing the two against each other. Take a big breath. Nice, come back to chair, nice and slowly. And then we'll do the other side, hands to heart. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, twisting to the left. Right elbow hooks on the outside of that knee, keeping that spine nice and long. Keep the legs strong. And breathe. Nice, come back to chair pose. Sweep the arms up, we're nearly there. Take a big breath in. And exhale to forward fold. Take a breath. Nice, lift yourself up halfway again. Straighten the legs, straighten the back. And then we're going to find our yogi squat from here. So stepping the feet nice and wide. Heels on the mat, toes turn off. Sink down into your yogi squat, notice how you feel. Maybe you need to keep these hands down on the ground. It's all good. Maybe you can let go. Maybe you can bring the palms together. Maybe you need that little gentle sway. Find your breath. Nice, now hold it nice and still. Give yourself a little smile. Let your brain know everything's good. We're all good here. Nice, and then one hand in front, one hand behind, and bring the bottom down to the ground. Nice and slowly bringing those legs together. Sitting yourself up nice and tall. Take a big breath in and reach all the way up. And as you breathe out, folding forwards, just to your point of resistance. Find your point, find what feels good. Doesn't matter if you can't reach the feet. Just finding that stretch in the back of these legs. If you need that little bend in those legs, also good. This is where you look at your toenails and think, oh dear God, need to get those sorted out. Nice, okay, slowly coming all the way back up. Lie yourself down. Let's find our bridge pose, working into those glutes a little bit. So bend the knees. Make sure you can reach and you can just touch the back of your heels so you know your feet are in the right place there. Rest the head down, and then nice and slowly you're going to peel that spine off the ground, lifting those hips as high as you can and squeezing into these glutes. Try and keep those thighs parallel with each other, so don't let the thighs fall out to the side. Maybe you can nudge the shoulder blades together here. Maybe you can clasp the hands. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. If you have clasped these hands, push them into the ground. So stretching a little bit more across the chest as well. Nice, releasing the hands, releasing the shoulders, slowly lowering all the way down. And then finding waterfall pose, sending the legs up. This is the pose that yogis think fixes everything. It's a very calming pose. So if you're ever feeling particularly anxious, just do this, wherever you are. Supermarket, school, office, wherever. Doesn't matter. No one will bother. I'm sure more people will feel like doing it too. You might start a trend. Now then, you have an option here now to take plough pose, which will work into that upper back and neck. But this is entirely your choice. You can stay here if you wish, but if you want to take plough, pushing into the ground with those elbows, and you're going to send those feet overhead. Maybe they touch the ground, maybe they don't. Find your breath. Nice, slowly release. Coming all the way down with control. Nice, hug the knees into the chest. taking that little rock and roll from side to side. Nice, and grabbing behind those hamstrings. Let's rock ourselves all the way up to a seat. Sitting yourself up nice and tall. Shoulders relaxed, face is relaxed. Close your eyes, take one moment here just to appreciate you and what that body can do. Take a breath. Nice. Now take a big deep breath in and hold the breath. Hold it. And then let it go through the mouth. Nice. Bringing your hands together at heart center. Raising your thumbs up to that third eye, that place where all the answers are. Give yourself that little smile as you bow your head to your heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know. I'll see you soon.